Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning in February, and today we're going to be riding the Basin Loop at Bent Creek. Now, this ride starts here at Ledford Branch. It's pretty busy today, and so you can see that we had to park pretty far away from the trailhead, but that's not a problem. That's why I like Ledford Branch, is there's always overflow parking. So let's get ready to ride. We are ready to go. Now, if you use Strava, then you will recognize some of these sections. And one of my favorite rides out here is what I call the Basin Loop, which is what we're doing today. I don't know if there's an official name for it, but this is it's a bunch of smaller segments strung together. Start off by heading up to the Ledford Trailhead. Head up Deer Lake Lodge. One of the things I like about the Basin Loop is it's a good mixture of short uphill and short downhill. This is an ideal loop I like to bring friends who don't bike very often or who are new to mountain biking, because it's a great introduction. Hey, just me.
Yeah, I know, yeah. As you can see, easy going to start. A little bit of uphill, a little bit of downhill, some easy flowy, mostly level riding to start. The The Basin Loop, as I call it, kind of hugs the lower portion of the basin around the lake, Lake Powhatan. So we never go too high. There are some really good other trails out here at Bent Creek, some of which require 30 minutes of climbing or more to get to. But this one doesn't. This, you're in the action right away. So as we're leaving the forest, we're coming up on our first set of 2 downhill sections. Very short, but this is the beginning of Powerline downhill jumps. Hold up here for a second.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just me.
Okay. Just me too. Beautiful today, isn't it? The heck was that? I think I just hit a stick, but for a second I felt like something flew off the bike at me. But it broke my uphill momentum for sure. So I'm gonna pause this and go check that. So whatever hit my leg must have just been a stick kicked up. So we'll go ahead and keep riding up here. Hey, that was a whole lot of y'all. Okay. I'm gonna hang out here for a minute because this next section is pretty fast. Hey. Give them about a minute to clear the trail. So we're right between, well, rather, we're right at the beginning of downhill Powerline jumps, which is one of my favorite short trails out here, or short segments. It's about 27 seconds long, maybe a little faster. I'm always trying to PR it. But the 2 hills together here create a second segment on Strava for the back-to-back downhill sections. I'll make sure that they're all off the trail because I'm going to be going a lot faster than it looked like they would be. All right, let's do Powerline downhill jumps. At the bottom of this, to stay on the basin, gotta turn around, make the right turn, head back towards the road. Hey, how y'all doing today? So we are now leaving Deer Lake Lodge behind. We're on a connector. This, if we stay on it, will take us to Rice Pinnacle Trailhead. That's not where we're going today. Hey, how y'all doing? Just me.
Watch.
Hey guys. Okay, straight ahead leads back to Rice Pinnacle. We're going to cut off to the right to Hardtimes Connector. And another reason why this total loop is ideal for first-timers to Bent Creek or those new to mountain biking is there's a period of break points, or there's a number of break points where if it's just getting to be too much for you for that day, you've had your fill, you can just head back to the parking lot from a few different spots. This is one of them. If you turned right on the road, it would take you straight down to Ledford branch where the car is. But we continue onto the Hardtimes Connector, which takes us up behind the Hardtimes Trailhead. So Bent Creek has 3 main trailheads. Rice Pinnacle is the first. It's on the right as you pull in. Hardtimes Connector is on the left. It's the second. And then Ledford Branch, my favorite, is the last one, all the way at the end of the road. So on this ride, there are usually 2 spots that burn out the newer riders. This hill heading up is one of them. But hey, nothing says you have to do it in the saddle the whole way. If you're out riding and you're enjoying the day and you want to walk for a bit, go for it. When I first started, I would have to walk on this hill at least once, sometimes twice, to make it up. Now I can power through, but that wasn't a day one thing. This connector is a lot of fun coming the other direction. I just never seem to find myself coming that way. It's fun this way too. But the better downhill is the opposite of where I'm going right now. Almost to the top. When you hit the log obstacle, you know you're at the top. Hey, just me.
How's it going?
Good, how are you? All right, this is a quick downhill section. My chain stays on. It's gonna have a couple jumps, but then there's gonna be some switchbacks, and you enter the switchbacks fast. So fair warning. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hey. This is busy out here today. This is what happens when you come in the afternoon. You're at the top.
I'm doing this.
Hey.
One more.
Made it. It's all downhill from here. All right, watch for those switchbacks as we're coming down. Switchback number 1. See, if you're taking jumps, you're gonna hit that fast. Switchback number 2. And then a small third one. That first one's the bad one, though. And then we drop out at the end of Hardtimes Connector. So, coming out of the trail, if we turned right and go that way, you hit the Hardtimes Trailhead. That's right at the road. So again, this is the second break point. If that hill made you say, I think I'm done today, that's fine. Just head this way, you'll hit the road, turn left, and you'll be right at Ledford. We're gonna turn left out of here, and we're gonna head over to Homestead next. Hey, just me. So get down to the creek and turn right. We're gonna head up here to the bridge and turn left. Hey, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Enjoy the day. So we turn right here, and this is Homestead. Now we're getting a completely different experience coming into this part of the trail. This is very technical, not a lot of climbing, but a lot of roots and rocks, more so than we've seen so far on the Basin Loop. Again, this loop gives a great sample of what Bent Creek has to offer. If you have to get off the bike on any of these, that's fine. I almost always have to dismount at some point coming through here. This is a popular walking trail, so you'll often have a lot of hikers through here as well. Watch for pedal strikes on these rocks, so they can take you out of the saddle too. Got it behind you. Thanks, y'all. Enjoy the day. This is beautiful. Yeah, it is. I didn't have to speed up. Wrong gear. Told you. Come out of the saddle, it's fine. I'm going to take a quick diversion here and show you one of the rewards for riding this trail. Lake Powhatan at Bent Creek. Sunrise mountain bike rides out here are beautiful and definitely worth doing if you're just here for a few days. So get back on Homestead here, just up here and then to the right. Down this direction, get the right gear, there we go. Hey y'all. Hey guys. We're about halfway through the Basin Loop right now. So let's enjoy the easy part here. The technical spot's behind us, and now it's an easy ride through some dense undergrowth, like a little tunnel. And this will spit us out at the lake. The view here cannot go that way, as by the no bike sign, so we turn left here, start heading up. Okay, we're a little over halfway, but here we have a bit of climbing. It's not bad, and it's all fire access road and paved road. But if you stuck past the last break point, about halfway through the climb will be the last opportunity to jump off the trail before completing it. Come on, gear. Find yourself. There we go. Now we're over by the campground section. That's why I see a lot more facilities open up. And they don't let the bikes down by the water and a few other areas. All right. If you like to try your skill at balance, try riding the entire wall. It's fun. But this is, we're on the paved now. Come through the parking lot straight ahead of here. And you get a little reprieve from the climbing. And we're at the last break point. So from here, if you're done, just keep going straight. That will lead you up a bit of a hill to the entrance to the campground area. You'll pass the guard shack, and then that drops you right down at the gate or at the beginning of Ledford Branch, right where we started. We're going to turn left, and we're going to do the last leg of the Basin Loop. This is going to be about a mile, maybe a mile and a half climb. Not too steep, just take it easy. All fire access road most of the way up. And this is going to take us to the back of Boyd Branch. Hey y'all. Hi y'all. Narrow fit here. Okay. If you thought you made a mistake at this point, You can turn right, head straight up. That will also take you back to Ledford Branch. But if you're committed to do Boyd Branch, you should keep going. Now starts the climb. It's a gentle grade, but it is sustained. you see the picnic tables, you've arrived. This is a great spot to take a short break. Get some water. Give yourself a second to rest the legs before hitting Boyd Branch. Because if you're like me, you're gonna be pedaling hard through this next trail. So here's the beginning of Boyd Branch. If you continue up this way, it's a whole lot more riding up there. And I'll take you up there on another trip. But then at that point you're leaving the basin. So you're leaving the Basin Loop. So we're gonna hit back in here to stay close to the center and just around the perimeter and have fun. I normally try to PR on this, but I feel pretty certain there's gonna be a lot of hikers today, or maybe other bikes, so I won't be able to. But when I am going for it, and you'll see me do this down here, is we start off, I go a little bit up the hill here, because GPS sometimes thinks I've started the trail by loitering in this area, so I like to let it know I'm off the trail, and then start in. This first section drops is pretty quick. There's a few little mini steps, and then it hits a rock garden to your left and bigger steps to the right. Either one works. With this bike, I've been hitting the steps more. My hardtail, I actually go through the rock garden more. Immediately past that is a creek crossing. You'll just hit the water, bounce out the other side. Once we bounce out the other side, you'll see I do two things. One is I raise my seat back up with my dropper post, and the second is I lock out my rear shock. I do that because the rest of the trail past the creek is flowy and fast, and I don't need my rear suspension at all. I need the maximum efficiency I can get from pedaling to keep it going as fast as I can. So as I said, I will bring the bike up just a bit. Go ahead and bring that seat down. There we go. And let's do it. Seat up, shock locked, get into gear, and pedal. Behind you. Thanks, y'all. Guys. And that's why you can't PR on an afternoon. out on the road here, so keep your eyes open. Get back in lower gear here. There we go. Whew. And that was Boyd Branch. We turn left at the road. This is that same road that I said at the bottom of the hill you could turn up. I guess the 4th break point. And that's trouble that just showed up. What are you doing, buddy? Not much. So we will have one last bit of an uphill here, and then it's a big downhill on the fire road that brings us right back to where we started.
How's the rest of your ride been?
It's been a good day, man. It's been beautiful. This weather is ideal.
I'm all for it. Chris is gonna show off who's gonna be in friggin' sleeves and his vest and his jacket. Long guaranteed.
Yeah, you said he gets cold easy.
Yeah. He has no body fat. We went riding with David yesterday over in DuPont. Just a decent little loop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try talking David into getting out in the morning a couple times.
Okay.
Because I think endurance-wise, he's getting back into it.
Who's David? Have I met him?
Yeah. We've ridden with him once or twice.
Okay.
He's a good guy. He's endurance-wise, you're probably a little ahead of him. Technical-wise, he's probably on my side.
Okay.
Close, like in between me and you.
Yeah.
He's when he's riding all the time, he's a really good rider.
Cool. Well, this week I'm gonna try to get back on my morning routine again. I have jury duty tomorrow, and I can't find out if they actually need me or not till after 6 o'clock tonight.
That's a bummer.
So my whole week is now wondering, hopefully, even if I have to show up, I don't get picked up for anything more than one day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna climb the green blick. It's a little silly. I'd rather put in some good uphill.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. The uphill will warm you right up. Oh, that's why. There's my gear. Wow, look at all these people. I'm gonna go straight back down to my truck real quick. And that is the Basin Loop from Ledford Branch.